Good morning. On behalf of the entire Connecticut College community, I want to welcome you to today's commencement ceremonies. The Reverend Claudia Heibaugh, the Dean of Religious and Spiritual Life, will begin our celebration today with a call to community. After this invocation, we will all join together in singing America the Beautiful. You will find the words on page 27 of your program. And finally, to make this ceremony as elegant and seamless as possible, please make sure to silence your cell phones. Reverend Heibaugh.
Good morning. Dear friends, colleagues, families, and the class of 2015. Greetings on this glorious day of joy. In this ordinary ritual of endings, we celebrate a most extraordinary class. You have survived wind and rain, snow and ice, crisis and confrontation to meet the challenges of the life set before you. You are ready to go. Please accept this heartfelt blessing into the days ahead, these words of promise from Maya Angelou. Lift up your eyes upon this day breaking for you. Give birth again to the dream. Women, children, men, take it into the palm of your hands. Mold it into the shape of your most private needs. Sculpt it into the image of your most public self. Lift up your hearts. Each new hour holds new chances for a new beginning. The horizon leans forward, offering you space to place new steps of change. Here on the pulse of this new day, you may have the grace to look up and out and into your sister's eyes and into your brother's face and say very simply, with hope, good morning. And now, we will all rise for the singing of America the Beautiful. Leading us today will be Michaela Trappler from the class of 2015.
Good morning, everyone, and you may now be seated. I am so pleased to see you all here on this glorious, glorious morning and to be able to welcome you, members of the Board of Trustees, our alumni board, distinguished honorees and guests, faculty and staff, and most important, parents, family members, and all of you soon-to-be graduates of this remarkable institution, it is my great honor to declare the 97th commencement ceremonies of Connecticut College now open. Today's ceremonies will unfold according to tradition in several parts. You will hear an address by a specially chosen member of the class of 2015. You will see the awarding of special honors to 3 other graduating seniors. We will confer an honorary Doctor of Letters on today's commencement speaker before having the privilege and the pleasure of hearing his address. And then, the main reason why you are all here today, you will witness the conferring of 3 master's degrees and 444 bachelor's degrees upon the beautiful, accomplished, talented, formidable, and resilient class of 2015. A year ago, after just a few months on campus, I shared with the class of 2014 my early impressions of what I think makes Connecticut College unique among our peer institutions. I spoke about the generosity of spirit and the concern for others, about the shared expectation for hard work and academic excellence, about the central role that our culture of accountability plays in shaping women and men of genuine character and conscience. And I'm happy to say that after completing my first full year as president of this college, those strong, positive impressions have been more than validated. Let me say just a word about the generosity of spirit I have experienced in you, the class of 2015. Coming into a new place is never easy, as you will remember from the first days of your very first year here. And you all showed such warmth and goodwill toward me as you welcomed a new president. I will never forget it. So before anything else, I do want to express my heartfelt thanks to all of you for that kindness. But your generosity has been evident in far more profound ways. It's worth pointing out that collectively, your class has given more than 30,000 hours of service to local and international organizations during the last 4 years. And that's only through programs sponsored by the college. I'm sure the count would be even higher if I were to add the hours many of you continued to give during the summer and mid-semester breaks. Just as important as your off-campus work are the significant contributions you have made right here at home. There are countless examples, from the research you've done alongside faculty, to the roles you have played in residence halls, to the expertise you have provided to many offices and programs on campus. In all these ways, you have helped to advance the mission of this college. This was particularly evident in the past year as we worked to revise and update our general curriculum. You shared your insights and ideas in discussion groups, forums, meetings, and conferences. These contributions showed much more than a generous spirit. They also revealed in very palpable ways your commitment to academic excellence. You were trusted partners in helping us rethink the most fundamental questions we must ask as educators. What, how, and to what purpose do we teach and learn as a community? The intellectual rigor and collaborative ethos you demonstrated throughout were in the highest traditions of this college. We like to call that tradition shared governance. And the reason we do, I think, has to do with another truly distinguishing feature of Connecticut College, our culture of student accountability. The honor code that we strive to live by is both about self-governance and about being accountable to and for each other. It's about setting aspirational goals, both individually and as a community, and then taking responsibility when, on occasion, we fail to live up to those expectations. I would argue that this code and the responsibility it produces is one of the more important things you will take with you from your Connecticut College education. Why is it so important? For a very simple reason. In taking responsibility for missteps, learning to overcome setbacks, you develop resilience, the capacity to spring back, to try again, to think through alternative solutions with renewed vigor and purpose. That capacity is something that will stand you in good stead in whatever you do in your lives after college. Very soon, each of you will begin a new chapter in a new setting. I know some of you are already committed to companies, graduate schools, nonprofit organizations, and startups. Along with the excitement of these new challenges, there will inevitably come the stress and uncertainty of the unknown. And because of what you learned here, I truly believe you will be better equipped to deal with that uncertainty. Because of the personal resources you have developed, you know what it means to spring back from conflict, how important it is to push forward rather than to quit when life has taken an unexpected turn. You have actually practiced this and have seen the benefits that come from it. And so, for all the many reasons that I think you can go confidently into the world as a Connecticut College graduate, I would say that it is this quality that you bring with you, your resilience, that will stand you far above the rest. And I think this may be especially true for you, the class of 2015. You are the class, after all, that arrived here in the midst of a hurricane 4 years ago. And so you have all been witness to a subtle example of resilience right here on this very campus. I'm thinking about what happened to our beautiful Arboretum. You know, back in 2011, my husband and I were living not far from here in Providence, Rhode Island, a city that experienced its own measure of devastation. At our house, the wind tore a huge 800-pound branch from a stately old maple tree in our side yard. It was heartbreaking to see the next morning. But trees, as I learned, are very resilient creatures. And over the past 4 years, exactly the length of your time here at Con, that old maple has regenerated itself. In fact, my husband told me that when he stopped by the house the other day, he could honestly no longer tell that a limb had ever gone missing. The same thing has happened here, of course. The trees on our Arboretum campus, so damaged during your first days here, have slowly restored themselves to their former glory. To look around, you would say that nothing ever happened. But for those who know better, who saw those trees after the storm, the vision of what they have become is even more cherished and beautiful. There is a tree at the center of the college seal, affixed to the diplomas you will shortly hold. It is, of course, a symbol of your education, a symbol of growth, of promise, and yes, of resilience. Our motto, taken from the first Psalm, speaks of a tree planted by rivers of water which bears fruit in its season. Class of 2015, this is your season. As you leave to take on new challenges and help others meet theirs, you will grow in the esteem of your Connecticut College family, joining a long line of graduates who have gone forth from this hill beside this river to make their way and to make a difference in the world beyond. We love you, we are proud of you, we know you will represent us well as you push forward with your own lives. Thank you for bringing your talent, your passion, and your idealism to this special place. I wish you great happiness and success in your life after Connecticut College, and I look forward to seeing you back here often and welcoming you home. Thank you. And now we've arrived at the part of our program when we will hear directly from a member of the class of 2015. Yes. And I should explain that there is a tradition at Connecticut College of selecting the senior orator through a competitive nomination process open to the entire senior class. Among the very impressive group of nominees, the student you're about to hear stood out not only for the content of her remarks, but also for her delivery. Her writing and performance skills have been honed by her many campus activities. She is an English major with a concentration in creative writing who has served on the Student Advisory Board of the Department of English and worked in the Roth Writing Center. Her senior thesis, a collection of short stories, was accepted for honors in literatures and English. She has been awarded several prizes for fiction, both from the college. She received this year's Abrams Prize for Fiction, which honors a senior English major for outstanding achievement, and from national organizations. She has interned at HarperCollins and at the New York Post and worked for a best-selling author. She has been involved in productions by Wig and Candle, the Student Theater Company, and the Department of Theater, was an acting apprentice at Shakespeare on the Sound, and served as the vice president of Scud's Improv Troupe and on the executive board of TEDx Connecticut College. Her talent and experience have led her to a wonderful new opportunity in her life after college. In the fall, she will be joining the staff of Saturday Night Live. Won't you please welcome the senior orator for the class of 2015, Caroline Lazar.
Good morning. What an honor it is to speak before you all. I'd like to take a moment before I begin to thank the faculty members who have led our academic exploration and the college staff members who give more of themselves than we ever recognize. Thank your friends, without whom you might have sunk. And thank anyone who sacrificed anything for you to be here today, because it has been a gift, an honor, and a privilege to be the recipient of a Connecticut College education. Mom, Dad, thank you. I'm sorry I turned out so weird. As a young person, I wanted to be a great deal many things. A philosopher, Cleopatra, Toni Morrison, and once in an instance of heat stroke on the beach, I wanted to be a hot dog. So far, I have been a camel, a person of dubious athletic ability, and a writer of absurdist fiction, the latter of which should come as no surprise given the hot dog incident. I am also proud to be a graduating member of the Connecticut College class of 2015. We made it. Isn't that what people like to say? We did it. We made it. I wonder if we have not made it, as so many speakers of commencements past have suggested, but if we have arrived. We have arrived at a moment in our nation's history and our college's history when indifference will no longer do. We have faced and will continue to face issues of equity in our world. We, as a new generation of thinkers, armed with the tools attained through our Connecticut College educations, should be prepared to take up the mantle of leadership and working toward those elusive answers to impossible questions. But what can we do to fulfill our generation's responsibility to understand the most conscious applications of our crafts, and, in doing so, not shy away from confrontation of difficult truths? The answer, to me, is to bring a moral center to whatever we choose to do and whichever field we may enter. I am not suggesting the creation of art, work, or research that transmits a right versus wrong message or espouses, God forbid, a lesson. True art, the novelist John Gardner once said, is by its nature moral. We recognize true art by its careful, thoroughly honest search for and analysis of views. I am calling for lives lived and art created in that honest fashion. Moral work weighs and considers, asks us difficult questions, rakes us over coals, shakes us to our core, and makes us, rightfully, as uncomfortable as possible. Honest and hard examination of our world strikes me as the essence of morality. Perhaps obviously, I find fiction to be truer and more investigative than anything in this world. To write fiction, one must keenly understand mankind well enough to convince us of a character's humanity. The undertaking of that understanding, that empathy for our fellow man, is not only essential to fiction, but to all true art and life. The only way to keep hold of your kindness is to give it away freely. Connecticut College has exposed me to incredible working artists, primarily through the English department's biennial Klagsbrun Symposium, providing access to example and making my aspirations look less like pipe dreams and more like real, true possibilities for the future. Novelist Colin McCann, who spoke at the college in November, encouraged us to write what we want to know, reinforcing the symposium's mission to marry the creative arts with moral vision. I'm suggesting that you pour your dreams in concrete and harden them into true possibilities and plans. As a child, my parents, two of the greatest thinkers I've ever had the pleasure of knowing, always asked me, "Why not you? Someone has to be this or earn that or go there or do that. If you want it badly enough and are willing to work as hard as it takes, why not you?" So, at the risk of sounding like an overly optimistic freshman, 2018, am I right? I have to ask you all today, why not you? Learn the painful but necessary art of selling yourself. Get hungrier each time you hear the word no. Come to understand that a good sense of humor is not merely helpful, but necessitous. Pour gasoline on the fire in your belly, but never lose sight of humility and compassion, those twin pillars of humanity without which there is no success. If you can't wrap your mind around a specific future, email your heroes. Ask what makes them tick. I wrote to a few of mine. MacArthur genius George Saunders said, "Be kind." Emmy Award winner Jack Handey said, "Be lucky." Nobel Prize recipient Toni Morrison said, "Please stop contacting me." But perhaps my favorite piece of advice is Steve Martin's famous line, "Be so good, they can't ignore you," which to me has always been a reminder to work harder. I'd love to conclude by imparting to you a sense that our story is complete, but life just isn't a cleanly plotted piece of fiction where everything wraps up neatly and you get to be Toni Morrison or Cleopatra or a hot dog, just like that. And that's a good thing. Work is good. Hard work is better. The end of our time at Connecticut College does not signify an end to discovery, nor does it mean an end to progress. We have arrived and are poised at the edge of a new era of creation. For who was it that said, "If there's a book you want to read but it hasn't been written yet, then you must write it"? Ah, yes, Toni Morrison. Thank you.
Thank you, Caroline. That was amazing. I'm pleased to be here today to present the 2015 Oakes and Louise Ames Prize. The Oakes and Louise Ames Prize, named for President Emeritus Oakes Ames and for his wife Louise Ames, is given to a graduating senior who has completed the year's most outstanding honor study. The prize is offered by the trustees in recognition of the quality of academic achievement that Oakes and Louise Ames fostered during their 14 years of service to Connecticut College. For the first time in its history, the Ames Prize is awarded to two students. Among an extraordinary field of nominations this year, 2 exemplary theses stood out, and the selection committee determined that the award must be shared. Our first recipient is Daniel J. Ivanich. Will Dan come forward? Dan is a botany major and chemistry minor and is receiving the Ames Prize for his thesis, A Whole Plant Approach to Identifying Sites of Auxin Biosynthesis in Populace. His work, based on 6 major experiments conducted over 3 years at the college, challenges thinking in the field of plant physiology and represents a major advance in the field. Assistant Professor Rachel Spicer, Dan's thesis advisor, says, without hesitation, his engagement with the material is unprecedented at an undergraduate level. Working with Dan has been like having a colleague and a collaborator. Dan's unique approach to research and his transformative thesis have made a significant contribution to an important field. I am pleased to present the 2015 Ames Prize to Daniel Ivanich. And the second Ames Prize recipient is Caroline Francesca Lazar. Will Caroline please come forward from behind me? As you learned when she was introduced as today's senior orator, Caroline is an English major with a concentration in creative writing. Her thesis, The Thrill of the Chafe and Other Tales of Stubborn North Americans, is a collection of short satirical fiction. Her literary strategies involve hints of caricature and surrealism, while her writing is grounded in great compassion and empathy. Her advisor, the Weller Professor of English, Blanche McCrary Boyd, calls her writing wildly unafraid and brilliant. To paraphrase her speech, Caroline has arrived and is poised at the edge of a new era of creation. Blanche predicts that she will be a literary star, and I am pleased to present the 2015 Ames Prize to Caroline Lazar. Mark Zimmer, Dean of the College, will now come forward to present the Anna Lord Strauss Medal.
Good afternoon. It is my privilege today to present the Anna Lord Strauss Medal. This year's medal is being awarded to Andrea Lerner. Andrea, will you please join me at the podium? Anna Lord Strauss was the national president of the League of Women Voters from 1944 to 1950 and served Connecticut College as a trustee for the extraordinary term of 32 years. This medal is presented in honor of Ms. Strauss to the graduating senior who has done outstanding work in public or community service, including service to the college. This year's recipient, Andrea Lerner, has combined a scholarship with activism to help members of the local and global communities realize the value of education and constructively confront systematic inequities that they may encounter. Andrea is a Posse Foundation leadership scholar who majored in Hispanic Studies and Latin American Studies and earned an elementary and secondary teaching certification. She has worked with and on behalf of both children and adult learners through her work in the Connecticut College Children's Program, in the Office of Volunteer for Community Service, during her study-away experience in Chiapas, Mexico, and while interning in Centro Otomo in Chicago. A short list of awards she has received from the college is listed in your program. I'm very pleased to present the 2005 Anna Lord Strauss Medal to Andrea Lerner.
I want to just say one more time, congratulations to these exceptional students. Yes. And now we come to a point in the program where we recognize exceptional members of the extended Connecticut College family. And I would like to invite the chair of our Board of Trustees, Pamela Zilli, from the class of 1975, and Dean of the Faculty, Abby Van Slyke, to join me for the conferral of the honorary degree.
And I would like to ask Eric Schlosser to come forward.
Eric Schlosser, your career has been exemplified by a singular commitment to exposing issues ignored by mainstream media, from the fast food industry to the plight of migrant workers to the possibilities of nuclear disaster. As an award-winning journalist, author, playwright, and filmmaker, you've shed light on worlds too often hidden, opening the eyes of Americans to critically important areas. Your books, Fast Food Nation, Reefer Madness, and Command and Control, have been national bestsellers. Command and Control was a finalist for the Pulitzer Prize for History in 2014. Essays written by you have appeared in numerous publications, from the New York Times to Vanity Fair. Your work has won acclaim across the political spectrum. William F. Buckley praised Reefer Madness for the clarity with which it illustrated the complexity, contradiction, and futility of existing drug laws. Fortune magazine named Fast Food Nation, which helped start a revolution in how Americans think about the way we eat, the best business book of 2001. The New Yorker said Command and Control is how nonfiction should be written. Through your work, you've become a passionate advocate for the rights of migrant workers. You've encouraged large producers of fruits, vegetables, and meats to pay slightly more for these goods and then pass the revenues along to these workers. You've challenged the American public to support the increase. As you have said, people have to be aware. They have to care. They have to realize how they're connected to this every time they take a bite. If people demand a change, it will happen. You also have a special appreciation for Connecticut College, as this is where your parents, who are with us this beautiful day in the front row, this is where your parents met when your mother, Judith Gassner Schlosser, class of 1952, was a student. Your own education, which includes a bachelor's degree from Princeton and a Master of Philosophy from Oxford, further affirms the value you place in learning for a lifetime. Eric, your ideals and accomplishments are an inspiration to the extended community of the college, an institution that teaches students to think creatively, communicate effectively, become socially engaged, and use what they have learned to make the world a better place. The college is proud to confer upon you the degree Doctor of Humane Letters, honoris causa.
Eric Schlosser, in recognition of your many achievements and by the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees and pursuant to their vote, I hereby confer on you the degree of Doctor of Humane Letters, honoris causa, with all the attendant rights, privileges, and responsibilities. Ladies and gentlemen, I present Eric Schlosser.
Well, thank you. It is a real honor to be here today. Class of 2015, this is the last lecture that you will ever have to sit through at Connecticut College. I will do my best to say something interesting and keep it brief. Today's a happy day, a day to celebrate your achievements. You're making it to the finish line here. So today, I'm not going to talk too much about my work. A commencement speech that dwells too long on prisons, factory farms, and nuclear weapons might kill the mood. But I am going to speak about a common theme that runs through all of my work. The systems of control, visible and invisible, that surround us, threaten us, diminish us. And I'm going to end by talking about a totally different set of values, the values that literally brought me here today. The random and spontaneous, the irrational and impulsive, the letting go of the need for control. And the message I want to leave you guys with is simple. Sometimes the best things in life make no sense. Let me explain. Class of 2015, you have been bombarded practically since birth with more clever marketing than any generation in human history. You can't escape it. Everywhere you look, someone is trying to sell you something. And you have been programmed to succeed from an early age to an unprecedented degree. My kids had to take standardized tests in nursery school to see if they could get into the right kindergarten. Now, the logic of these systems becomes internalized. The pressure to advance, the competition against your friends, the numeric measures of success, the linear, unstoppable momentum that leads you from preschool to grad school. Meanwhile, the external systems of control in this country have become more powerful and more sophisticated than ever before. The ability to read your mail and listen to your phone calls, to track your purchases and anticipate your viewing habits. Our corporations have never been bigger. Our mass media has never been more centralized, more docile, or more toothless. Our films have never been more soulless and test-marketed and predictable. Today, the playlists and the pop songs on the radio are being selected by computer algorithms. How else could you explain Justin Bieber? But all of these systems of control are ultimately fallible because they were created by fallible and flawed human beings. The prisons and jails built to impose social control, now filled with more than 2 million of our poorest fellow citizens, are now producing riots and social disorder. The chickens bred to be a uniform size and fed antibiotics and kept indoors their entire lives for reasons of profit and efficiency are now dying off from avian diseases. And the nuclear weapons built to protect us can destroy us in an instant because of a software glitch, a short circuit, a lunatic with the right launch code. The perfect system of control is an impossibility, thank God. All of them are vulnerable and prone to error. As the great Leonard Cohen put it, there's a crack in everything. That's how the light gets in. As for the random and spontaneous and instinctive, the need sometimes to defy all logic, let me finish up by telling you a story. In the fall of 1947, a mother and her 17-year-old daughter were driving from New London to Westchester. The daughter was applying to Connecticut College. She just had her interview on campus, and they were heading back home. As they drove through New Haven, they spotted a hitchhiker by the side of the road. He was young and handsome. The mother and daughter made an impetuous, spur-of-the-moment decision. They stopped to give the hitchhiker a ride. It turned out that the young man was applying to Yale Law School, and he'd just finished his interview on campus. So the young man and the young woman made a deal. If he got into Yale and she got into Connecticut College, they'd go out on a date. A year later, he started his first semester at Yale. So he called Connecticut College and found her there. She had gotten in too. They made a plan to go out one night and arranged a blind date for their friends. On December 4th, 1948, the young man showed up at Connecticut College with a friend, my father. The young woman brought along a classmate of hers here, my mother. So that's how my parents met, on a blind date on this campus almost 67 years ago. Hold on. My father walked into Freeman Hall, saw my mother across the room, walked right up to her and said, "You must be my date." They have been together ever since. They are sitting in the audience today. So thank you for giving them a round of applause. And now I hope you will give a round of applause to every parent and every grandparent who's here today. Let me tell you, they have earned that applause. They deserve it. I would not be standing here today if that mother and her daughter had driven past that hitchhiker in New Haven, like they probably should have. What were they thinking? That was insane. Every single one of us is here right now for reasons that are random and spontaneous, thoroughly mysterious, and ultimately wonderful. Today is a great day. Class of 2015, I hope every single one of you can break free of the programming, defy expectations, resist the urge to control other people, show compassion to those who are less fortunate than yourself. Find something you love doing. Find someone you can love for 67 years. I wish every one of you good luck. Thank you.
Thank you, Eric, for those very inspiring words and for being with us on this special day for the class of 2015. Can we applaud one more time for Eric Schlosser and his beautiful parents? And we've now reached the point in the program where we will confer the degrees on the class of 2015. I invite Dean Van Slyke to come forward once again, this time to present the candidates for the Master of Arts degree.
Will the candidates for the degree of Master of Arts please rise? President Bergeron, the candidates standing before you have successfully completed the requirements for the degree of Master of Arts and have been recommended for that degree by the faculty. I present them to you and ask that you, through the authority vested in you by the Board of Trustees, confer upon them the degree of Master of Arts.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of Connecticut College and pursuant to their vote, I hereby confer unto you the degree of Master of Arts with all its attendant rights and privileges, and I remind you of the responsibilities you are about to assume. In token thereof, I will present to you the diploma of the college.
Peter James Castagna. Charles Robert Gordon. Regina Mary Hitchery.
I now call on Dean Zimmer for the presentation of the Bachelor of Arts degrees.
Will the candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Arts please rise? President Bergeron, the candidates standing before you have successfully completed the requirements for the degree of Bachelor of Arts and have been recommended for that degree by the faculty. I present them to you and ask that you, through the authority vested in you by the Board of Trustees, confer on them the degree of Bachelor of Arts.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of Connecticut College and pursuant to their vote, I hereby confer on you the degree of Bachelor of Arts with all its attendant rights and privileges, and I remind you of the responsibilities you are about to assume. In token thereof, I will present each one of you the diploma of the college.
Eleanor Grace Hardy, Class President. Chelsea Amanda Adams. Alexis Avery Adams Clark. Blake D. Alessandroni. Aden Ali. Amanda Ameh. Melanie Argueta. Christine Pearson Asher. Molly Rose Ashmore. James William Asif. James Parsons Auchincloss. Brian Timothy Khan Bacala. Torrin Harlow Ballard. Isabel Renee Simone Benot. Katrina Sidney Bantis. Jared Scott Barbarasi. William Edmund Barnes. David B. Barton. Jeffrey Saul Bash. Elizabeth Ann Beato. Hannah June Beasley. Emily Amber Becker. Edmund Evans Beckwith. Maya Belgrade. Savannah Elizabeth Berger. Laura Kathleen Bernier. Grace Marie Bilodeau. Josephine Elenia Usden Bingler. Amanda Elizabeth Bogue. Kimberly Suzanne Bollock. Antonino Barbacci Bornesian. Jordan Charles Bothwick. Shelby Lynn Bergalt. Patrick James Borlett. Sarah Hotchkiss Bradford. Adam M. Bratton. Ari Benjamin Brenner. Maxwell Parker Brown. Samantha Shanley Brown. Maria L. Brunette. Sarah Elizabeth Bunting. Brendan William Burns. Leah Louise Bushnell. John Alexander Cangelosi. David Cannon. Alexandra Danielle Capelin. Karen D. Cardona. Victoria Ashley Caruso. Margaret Rose Kavanaugh. Priscilla Anise Centeno. Olivia Savan Chap. Cody C. Chase. Christopher Michael Chen. Adam Bayer Chilton. Hannah Grace Shamara. Zoe S. Chadish. Kyle Patrick Clark. Morgan Everett Clark. James Marston Bolin Clay. Alicia Rose Klein. Michael John Clawher. Starla Danielle Coffey. Emily Meffert Coffin. Anna Leah Morgenstern Kogan. Andrew Flaherty Cohen. Joseph Colasurdo. Amanda M. Coletti. Caroline Whitley Collins. Elizabeth Ann Connolly. Maureen Tara Connors. Lindsay Evans Cook. Thomas Halsey Cope. Randy Lewis Copland, Jr. Lucas Raymond Carubia. Michael Corbett Coscarelli. Hunter Lewis Cote. Caitlin N. Crescencia. Haley Alexandra Crust. Anna Tower Curtis Heald. Cecily Noyes Cushman. Danielle Alice Sear. Kirk Joseph Selowitz, Jr. Jimmy Dang. Sarah May Darpino. Jamie Louise Davidian. Alexa De La Guardia. Christopher Allen Dean. Robert Raymond Debevoise. Sophia DeLevy Ori. Wyatt Willis DeLumba. Jefferson Deng. Patrick Edward Dermody. Cassandra Taylor Disjordi. Christoph William Desorbe. Timmery Megan Deal. Sophie Dietz. Nicholas Tyler DeLeo. Christopher Nathaniel DeLulo. Tiana Maria Damari. Amelia Ann Rydell Deneen. Robert Garrett Douglas. Michael Lawrence Doyle, Jr. Lucy Drayson. Edward James Driscoll. Elizabeth Ann Dubovic. Olivia Jasmine Dufour. Squadra P. Dumais. Caleb James Duvoisin. Elizabeth Ann Eddings. Jesse Craig Edwards. Carolyn Elise Eisenhower. Mohammed Iqbal El Amri. Jessica Jasmine Enriquez. Daniel J. Ivanich. Jake Thomas Ferris. Elizabeth Rose Fernandez. Mark Robert Ferreira. Will Tucker Fetchko. Inez Patricia Finol. Sarah Rebecca Fishman. Michael Brandon Flippin. Colin Scott Forsyth. Kelsey Marie Freilich. Michael Brown Fratt. Alexandra Sloan Friedman. Carter John Funkhauser. Emma Catherine Galante. Sarah Elizabeth Gallinet. Douglas James Garabedian. Caitlin Roth Garby. Jose Luis Garcia Jr. Mitchell Raymond Garrett. Max Reading Gebhardt. Justina Ray Germano. Lee Valentine Getz. Sarah Catherine Gildersleeve. Alexander Anthony Giordano. Christopher John Jerry. Sarah Alexandrine Gleason. Sarah Anna Glover. Julia Rose Goldman. Shira Rachel Goldsmith. Angelica Rose Gonzalez. Stephanie Cahill Gorman. Asa Andrew Gosnell. Rena Sophia Gottlieb. Benedict Emmanuel Gottwald. Rachel Hannah Grassfield. Joseph Collier Gray. Kara Elizabeth Green. Mitchell Andrew Green. John Austin Griffin. Brian Michael Gross. Michael Dennis Guapone, Jr. Caroline Lauren Gummo. Nadia Hafizova. Casey Elizabeth Haggerty. Michael Samuel Hames. Heidi Laurelard Halstead. Jason Booth Hamburger. Taylor Joan Havican. Christopher Parker Hayden. Sarah Emily Mack Herman. Julia Marie Hilbrand. Jeanette Usa Holtz. Richard L. Hogaboom II. Annalise Catherine Hull. Julia Elizabeth Hooker. Emma Louise Hauser. Katrina Lowe Huber. Victoria Jean Iannarone. Alexandra Michelle Yitzi. Emily Corinne Impellitteri. Brian Anthony Ingracia. Megan Riley Irvine. Alex Sarah Israel. Natalia Ivanik. Jennifer Jackson. Myra Sophia Jacobs. Daniel G. Jacobson. Catherine Elizabeth Jacobson. Nicole Hasban. Nora Arlene Jeffries. Zuli Jimenez. Sarah Frances Jolson. Cameron Walsh Johnson. Margaret Shepard Johnson. Chloe Elizabeth Jones. Zachary Charles Jones. Michael Ryan Joyce. Jessica Ann Karpinski. Ariella Marian Ullman Katz. Morgan Henry Keating. Joseph Miles Keeney. Jasmine Linnea Kalakai. Austri Kempinen. Meredith Catherine Kern. Dylan Patrick Kerr. Haley Ann Kerrigan. Maeve Connor Kidney. Ellie Minhei Kim. Shane Patrick Kinsella. Brian Kirschenbaum. Amy Lee Klopp. Amanda Jordan Cloth. Kelly Ann Kovac. Melissa S. Cole. Mallory P. Casso. Corinne Elizabeth Kramer. Jocelyn Granger Kratzert. Justin Scott Lafreniere. Ariana M. Lazuni. Emily Irene La Rochelle. Caroline Francesca Lazar. Patrick Leary. William Joseph Leedy. Andrea M. Levinsky. Jonathan Matthew Litt. Alexander Barry Lloyd. Molly Brennan Longstreth. Mara L. Lukaba. Gabriela Carolina Lopez. Andrea Luna. Madigan Elizabeth Leiden. Zoe Althea Lynch. Lindsay Rose McDonald. Sean P. McKee. Sarah Ann McLean. J. Anthony Majors. Dennis Moran Malloy. Ren Teresa Manley. Winona Lauren Mantelli. Kyle James Manzioni. Andrew Richard Marco. Alex Marquez. Andrew Jonathan Marsh. Samantha Lee Marshall. Bowden Drew Martin. Michael Joseph Martinez. Sophie I. Marwell. Alexis Catherine Matheson. Alicia Han-Sien Matson. Kadim O'Shane McCarthy. Caitlin Patricia McDonough. Patrick Riley McGinnis. Jamie Ariane Nydia McKay. Hannah Rose McKittrick. Grace Elizabeth Medley. Esther Elizabeth Mayhays. Ryan Christopher Melvin. Leah F. Mendelson. Eleanor Hall Merrill. Benjamin Abbott Myers. Alexandra E. McShue. Tess Raven Michalwychuk. William Webster Miller. Shannon Lynn Mills. Nathan Parker Milne. Alexander Allen Milosky. Chen Ming. Gift Michananda. Sophia Lorraine Mikrokostas. Caroline Lindsay Moore. Shelley Jane Moore. Cesar Morin. Jennifer Lee Morgan. Kieran Paul Morris. R. Monica Mosick. Isamar Moya Ramirez. Brian Patrick Mullen. Michael James Murchison. Michael Anthony James Murgo. Eric R. Naclario. Netta Nakash. Rebecca Christine Napolitano. Stephen Nachtera. Whoops. Morgan Jesse Nycree. Margaret A. Nelson. Rachel Beth Newman. Avi Moore Newton. Matika Laya Nimbokali. Kevin John O'Brien. James Stephen O'Connor. Ashling Gabrielle O'Donnell. Jenna Nicole O. Gideon Henry Olshansky. Matthew Allen Orenstein. Ashley M. Pacelli. Louisa Goff Pajolik. Danielle Marie Palmieri. Isara Palungtong. Sean Yunshik Paquette. Rebecca Joy Parenti. Jeffrey Allen Parlin. Adam Scott Patel. Lisa Tucker Paulson. Lisa Marie Pelletier. Brittany Ann Pengaroth. Leah Christine Paracrests. Dakota Austin Peschel. Diana Petrovizusa. Alexandra Petrova. Samantha Lee Pavir. Michael Edward Picard. Geneva Winona Piquel. Christopher William Pisano, Jr. Zachary Thomas Pizurcha. Jenna Grace Hiddleman. Mark David Polanic. Charlotte Ann Howning. Leah Silverman Puckman. Zachary Douglas Punt. Haley Elizabeth Porsche. Connor B. Quilty. Shannon Rosalie Quinn. Margaret J. Rakovic. Rupa Ramkumar. Juan Jose Ramos. Jocelyn Michelle Reeves. Thomas D. Redstone. Colby M. Reed. Abigail Julia Reich. Kurt William Reinmund. Allison Rose Rice. Andrew Tyler Rich. Rachel Jean Richard. Margaret Frances Robbins. Heather Ann Rochford. Hannah Claire Rockman. Julia Marie Rodericks. Alexandra Antoinette Romanoli. Mark Russell Roper. Matthew Jeremy Rothendler. Christine Virginia Roundtree. Anne Lori Rusk. Marina Alexandra Sachs. Matthew Duffy Safian. Nicholas Anthony Salisi. Benjamin Victor Soliderman. Daniel Marco Sandoval. Caroline Lathrop Sargent. Christina L. Satterley. Kevin Perry Saunders. Bria Bizan Sawyer. Chad Seebeck Sawyer. George Domenico Scarles. Lily Simone Schachter. Anne Bishop Shear. Nicholas Frank Edgar Schultz. Nicole Marie Sears. Lauren Harding Shaker. Zachary Joseph Shapiro. William George Sheehan. Ripley Brooke Shirella. Gabriel Gerard Langenberg Schleger. Leland Harris Seidel. Samuel Wolf Siegel Wallace. Natalie Marin Signor. Aaron Sigaloff. Kevin John Sinclair, Jr. Rebecca Lee Skelton. Kaylee Corinne Smith. Carly Creighton Smith. Maureen Ann Smolskus. Stephen Matthew Sousa. Story H. Southworth. James E. Spencer. Robert Andrew Spencer. Emma Elizabeth Irene Stacy. Jonathan Stickney Stark. John Hennessy Stathis. Connor D. Stevenson. Grace Ann Stewart. Victoria Corson Stewart. Julia Stitley Moore. Peter Wanner Stoll. Ellie Nan Owens Stork. Connor Holford Storms. Talea Anya Sturdivant. Valeria Sviston. Ashley Elizabeth Swan. Michael Patrick Sweeney, Jr. Leah Hawks Swinson. Jules Tamagnan. Melissa Tan. Neil Tan. Lila R. Titleman. Janil Tejada. Azul Tellez. Michaela L. Tepler. Brooke Catherine Thayer. Catherine E. Thies. Jordan Lee Thomas. Taylor Jane Thomas. Zakia A. Thomas. Kaylee Krista Tierney. Ellis Watson McKay Tonisi. Catherine Ariel Torrey. Mindy C. Toro. Sophie Elizabeth Traficanti. Peter John Tresnan. Daniel Edward Tripolsky. Migmar Searing. Reed L. Tyson. Ethan Stewart Underhill. James N. Utton. Gregory Scott Vance. Emily Ann Verscore Curse. Stephen Peter Victor. Francesca DeWitt Volpe et al. Claire Marie Van Lessica. Lauren Ann Vunder Inc. Victoria Lynn Wade. Noam Shai Waxman. James Colin Walsh. Hunan Wang. Melody Singju Wang. Casey Ann Watkins. Luke Shepherdson Watson. Audrey Rose Wayman. Haley Danielle Wegner. Victoria E. Weigold. Shelter Deirdre Ween. Benjamin Mark Weinstein. You're welcome. Bettina Bates Weiss. Jessica L. Weldon. Matthew J. Wyman. Avery Rebecca Whitlock. Blake A. Wyzorek. Margaret Fleming Wiggins. Olivia Grace Wilcox. Neil S. Williams. Rudolph Huber Wilson. Margot Henneberry Wilsterman. Madison Clark Rudak Winey. Abigail Spencer Woodward. Jia Young. Sarah Catherine Young. Kimberly Yim Yu. Olivia Rogers Ziegler. Paige Meredith Ziplo. Benjamin Lewis Zonen. Ayla Jane Zura Friedland. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the graduates of the Connecticut College class of 2015. I now have the pleasure of introducing Kenneth R. Cable, President of the Connecticut College Alumni Association, who has a few words to share with the graduates.
Good afternoon. As a member of the class of 1976 and parent of Grace Cable, class of 2012, I'm proud to celebrate with you today. I currently serve as president of the board of the Alumni Association of Connecticut College. We number 25,000 alumni, and I am delighted to welcome you to our ranks. Connecticut College has had a significant impact on my family. My daughter, my brother, and I have all graduated from here, and that experience changed each of our lives forever. To this day, the friends that I made here are the best I have, and my education has informed my life now for nearly 40 years. Connecticut College is a part of who I am, and just like you, I am a proud beneficiary of its rich history, one steeped in service, integrity, and leadership. My favorite professor here was Mr. Minor Myers, Jr., who used to say, "Go into the world and do well, but more importantly, go into the world and do good." I hope you all will go into the world and do good. I also hope that you will continue to engage with this special place by participating in alumni activities and supporting the college so others can benefit from the same education that you've received. I want to acknowledge one alumna who has continued to engage with this community, someone, in fact, who is supporting this ceremony today. Athena Sakonikis, she's a graduate of 1986, and it is because of her generosity that you've all been given a sapling today as a memento of this occasion and of your time here at Connecticut College. On behalf of the Alumni Association, I want to say that we hope the roots that you have put down here in the past 4 years will only grow deeper and stronger as you become alumni of this college and connect you forever to our beloved alma mater. Congratulations once again. I look forward to watching your success as you go out into the world to do good.
The next part of the program is the traditional singing of the alma mater, and we have the wonderful Lila Titleman to lead us in song.
Standard forever.
Thank you so much, Lila. Before we conclude, I have one more important set of people to acknowledge. It is the group of people without whom the class of 2015 would not exist. Yes, that's right, the parents and grandparents of the class of 2015. To all of you, I want to say thank you for sending your children and grandchildren to Connecticut College, and thank you for supporting and nurturing them along the way. It's because of you. You have all become permanent members of the Connecticut College family. And so it looks like you're all standing, so that's good. Because we want everyone to stand and be recognized so that the class of 2015 can show you the gratitude in their own inimitable fashion. Let's lead one for the parents and grandparents and family members of the class of 2015. Thank you so much. I now call on the College Marshal, Ann Devlin, to conclude the ceremony.
I want to remind you that following the ceremony, you are all invited to lunch in Harris Refectory and on the green behind it. I hope you will be able to join us and meet many of the people who have been important in the lives of today's graduates. Now, Rabbi Susan Shine will offer the benediction, and then we will recess.
A prayer for the journey. As you venture forth as graduates, may the laughter and tears, exploration and growth that you've experienced here sustain you. May those who've nurtured, shaped, and supported you accompany you, and may new companions join you on your way. May you have the audacity to walk your own unique path and to define for yourself what success is. May you have the humility to use your knowledge, skills, and imagination for the common good. Go forth with curiosity and compassion. Live each day with intention and gratitude. Pursue your passions, your hopes, and your dreams. Rise to challenges and opportunities with enthusiasm and daring. Render the world greater, worthier, and more beautiful than you find it. As you leave this sacred gathering, be who you are and shine your magnificent light for all to see. The road ahead is filled with promise. Be a blessing. May the Holy One, known by many names throughout time and across space, bless you and keep you and guide you on your journey. Amen.
Thank you.